Take back your calm. Small steps to emotional resilience. Have you ever found yourself sinking under the weight of overflowing deadlines, endless notifications, and the gnawing pressure to always be productive? If so, take a deep breath. You're not alone. For many young professionals and students, the daily grind has turned into an exhausting cycle of stress and anxiety. It feels like there's no way out. Let's talk about Daniel. Daniel worked hard to land his dream job in tech after years of burning the midnight oil, perfecting his skills and jumping between internships. He thought this achievement would bring fulfillment, and at first, it did. But slowly and inexorably, the excitement gave way to overwhelm. Daniel's days blurred into a haze of endless tasks and tight deadlines. His inbox flooded with emails, notifications pinged incessantly, and his to-do list seemed to grow faster than he could check items off. No matter how much he pushed himself, it never felt like enough. As evenings rolled around, Daniel would force himself to catch up, staring at his laptop long into the night. Sleeplessness soon joined the fray, his dreams haunted by unfinished projects and racing thoughts. Mornings were burdened with a heavy sense of dread, making getting out of bed a Herculean task. But the problem didn't stop with work. Daniel's mind spiraled with anxieties. What if I miss a deadline? What if everyone realizes I'm not good enough? These thoughts consumed him, chaining him to a relentless loop of self-doubt and fear. Moments of relaxation were scarce, and when they came, his body remained tense and his mind preoccupied. Over time, these mental struggles seeped into his physical health. Persistent headaches plagued him, his shoulders grew stiff, and his chest felt tight. He was drained, burnt out, running on empty. Does this resonate with you? You're not alone in this feeling. Stress and anxiety have become the silent epidemic of modern life. But crucially, it doesn't have to be this way. Daniel's breakthrough came on an ordinary evening. Staring into his own reflection after another exhausting day, he faced an undeniable truth. I can't go on like this. There wasn't an immediate solution, and he didn't have a grand plan. But he did know one thing. Something had to change. Daniel didn't decide to tackle everything all at once. Instead, he started small. He began his journey with something as simple as a 10-minute morning walk. Though it seemed trivial at first, he committed to it. Why a walk? Daniel chose to leave his phone behind and instead tune into the world around him. The cool morning air, the chirping of birds, and the rhythm of his steps. For those 10 minutes, his mind cleared, and for the first time in what felt like forever, he experienced a glimmer of calm. This became the foundation for change, his reset button. Encouraged by the relief his short walks brought, Daniel added another small habit: deep breathing. It was simple yet effective. Whenever his chest tightened or his thoughts spiraled, he would pause, close his eyes, and take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts, hold it for 4, then exhale through the mouth for 6. These brief moments grounded him, calming his body and quieting his mind. The next step? Drawing boundaries. Daniel realized that there would always be another email or task waiting, but sacrificing his health wasn't worth it. He turned off notifications during designated focus hours and ended his workday at a firm cutoff time. Instead of staring helplessly at an overwhelming to-do list, he broke it into smaller, more manageable tasks, tackling one item at a time. These small yet consistent changes began creating a profound shift. Within weeks, Daniel felt more in control and less reactive. He wasn't driven by anxiety anymore. He was driven by purpose. Though Daniel's productivity improved, the benefits extended far beyond work. His sleep became restful, free of those troubling dreams of unfinished tasks. He started waking up with energy instead of dread. His mood brightened. Laughter and joy crept back into his days. Hobbies like playing guitar and cooking, long forgotten, returned as sources of pleasure and self-expression. What makes this transformation remarkable is its simplicity. Daniel didn't revamp his entire life overnight. There were no extreme measures or costly solutions, just small, consistent actions that added up over time. Imagine for a moment what this could look like for you. Picture starting your day refreshed and energized rather than bogged down by stress. Visualize a workday filled with focused productivity instead of chaotic multitasking. And imagine ending your day with a sense of accomplishment and ease. The beautiful thing about Daniel's story is that it isn't an exception. It's a reminder of what we're all capable of. Transformation doesn't require monumental effort. It starts with a single step. Maybe for you, that step is trying a 10-minute walk. Or perhaps it's pausing during a stressful moment to take a deep breath. Maybe it's simply turning off your phone for a short while to reconnect with yourself. It might not seem like much at first, but these small moments are powerful. They're not just habits, they're lifelines, tools that help you reclaim peace and control in a world that often feels overwhelming. And there's another reason to start today. Unchecked stress isn't just a mental challenge, it affects your body too. Chronic stress increases your risk of heart disease, weakens your immune system, and can lead to insomnia, weight gain, and even depression. But these outcomes aren't inevitable. Small, intentional changes can reverse these effects and restore balance to your mind and body. Practices like mindfulness and deep breathing don't just feel calming, they have science on their side. Research shows they lower levels of stress hormones, sharpen focus, and enhance overall well-being. And the best part? They're naturally accessible. You don't need expensive equipment or fancy programs. All you need is a few moments of your day and the willingness to try. So ask yourself, what's holding me back? The hardest part is often taking the first step, but once you do, you'll see how quickly life feels lighter, calmer, and more manageable. Now imagine this, starting your day with clarity and intention instead of waking to a racing heart. See yourself transitioning from chaos to control, from panic to purpose. Stress doesn't have to be your enemy. It can become your teacher, motivating you to focus on what truly matters. The journey to emotional resilience starts now. What's one small change you can make? Maybe it's stepping outside to feel the sunlight on your face. Maybe it's jotting down 3 things you're grateful for. Or maybe it's simply silencing your phone for 15 minutes of uninterrupted focus. There's no perfect plan. What matters is starting where you are, one small action at a time. Daniel's story is inspiring, not because it's extraordinary, but because it's relatable. Like him, you have the ability to rewrite how you respond to stress and anxiety. Progress doesn't demand perfection. It requires showing up even on the hard days. Thank you for spending this time with me. If Daniel's journey has resonated with you, or if these suggestions spark hope, I invite you to take that first step today. Share this video with someone who might need it. Leave a comment on the one small action you're planning to take. And know that together, we're building a life that feels lighter, more focused, and deeply fulfilling. This is your moment. Let's take that first step together.